This video is going to describe how to assign a macro to a command button. We've created macros in a different video. Now, instead of running them by clicking the Developer tab and clicking macros, selecting the macro and click Run, we want to assign these macros to a command button. After we do that, I also want to show you how you can edit the macro in Visual Basic so we can take a look at the Visual Basic language. Okay, let's start by inserting a command button. So on our Developer tab, we're going to click the Insert drop-down arrow. These are form controls. So we're going to go ahead and choose the form control command button. When we bring our mouse down, the mouse becomes a small crosshair. It's telling us to draw the command button. So I'm just going to go ahead and click and draw the command button. And it instantly says, name the button or select a macro name. Well, we're going to use the department name macro, and we're going to go ahead and click OK. It assigns it a button name, 1, 2, 3, 4, how many buttons you've been creating. We don't want that, so we're going to right click and edit the text, and we're going to get rid of button 4, and we're going to say this displays the department. We can click outside. Let's right click and let's do a little formatting, and let's just go ahead and make it bold. And let's make the color green to match the green of the title of this worksheet. Okay, so that's one command button. Let's say we want another command button to do the date. Let's go Insert, Command Button, select and draw your next command button. This we're going to insert the date, add, and we're going to rename it. Insert date, and let's go ahead and format that to look the same. Bold italic with the same color green. It was this green. Alright, now we're going to run the command button. So all you do is just click in Display Department, and notice it put our department name that we in cell D3 to E3. We're going to click Insert Date, and notice it put the words Today is in D2, and it put the Today function in E2, so that it displays today's date. We can always have it display tomorrow's date when we open up tomorrow. Now, to take a look at your Visual Basic code, open up your macro, select the department name, and click Edit. All your macros are using Visual Basic programming. And you can see that this is what's called a subroutine, and it's named department name, and at the end it's called end sub. So in Visual Basic you typically have a procedure or a sub procedure, and then you have the end sub. If you want comments, you type an apostrophe. This information here in green is just comments. It's not actually part of the code. So basically what this program is doing is selecting the range D3. So it goes select range D3. It puts in this Human Resources Department. Let's just go ahead and change the department. Let's call it Engineering Department. Okay, just so you can see how it will change. It's going to make it bold, italic. It's selected D3 to E3. It's centered it and merged it, and then we ended the sub procedure. Okay, so now I just modified it. So now I'm going to close my Visual Basic editor. And now let's click the Display Department Name, and you can see that it's now been updated to Engineering Department. That's how to add a command button and assign a macro and edit a macro in Visual Basic Editor.